Hello, welcome back to Genius. So, this is part two of our week three. We were talking about math in Python. So let's talk about basic arithmetic operations. So all the operations that we perform in mathematics, we are going to be seeing how to perform them here in Python, okay? So arithmetic operations are the foundation of any programming language. Any programming language, C++, C Sharp, JavaScript, Java, Python, Ruby, whatever it is, you have to perform arithmetic operations. So in Python, performing arithmetic is very simple, yet it's powerful. We support for integers, floats, complex numbers, and even advanced math operations. So Python provides seven primary arithmetic operators. You know, all these operation, mathematical addition, subtraction, division, name them, you're going to find them here in Python. So if you want to do anything like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, exponential, whatever it is available in Python. Okay. So now these are the different operators. Okay. The addition, the plus sign is the operator for addition, something like 5 plus 3. And the minus sign is for subtraction, 5 minus 3. The asterisk, all right, the star, the asterisk is for multiplication. Then the division. So we have two types of division in Python. We have the normal division and we have the floor division or the integer division. So if you do a normal division with a normal division with just one forward slash, it will give you a floating number as a result. So the result of the division, when you say 5 divided by 2, instead of it to give you, let's say 8 divided by 4 should give you 2, right? But if you do the normal division, it will give you 2.0. It's not going to give you that integer. All right, it's not going to give you that integer. It will give you 2.0. But if you do the floor division, double forward slashes, it will give you just 2. It will give you the integer instead of the, don't worry, I'm going to talk about it and you see. So we also have the modulus. The modulus, if you want to get the remainder of a division, 5 divided by 2, if you're just interested in the remainder, you're not interested in the quotient, okay? If you're not interested in the quotient, you're just interested in the remainder, then you can go with the modulus. We also have the exponential. So let's take a look at some examples. So if I say I have x to be 10 and I have y to be 3, if I go on and say addition of x plus 3, so let me go and open my DLE. So let's take a look at some of these examples. So I'm going to drag this thing towards this side. I hope you can see it. So here we have a variable x that is equal to 10, and we have a variable y that is equal to 3. So if I want to say x plus y will give me what? 13, because remember, x is a variable that contains 10 value. Y is a variable that contains the 3 values. So if I say x plus y, basically I'm saying 10 plus y, which will give us 13. Okay. I can also say x minus y, okay, and it will give us 7 because 10 minus 3 will give us 7. Okay, so if I say I have done subtraction, if you do multiplication, okay, if you say x multiplied by y, all right, you use the asterisk, okay, it will give you 30. If I say x divided by y. Now, this is the float division, the normal division. Is going to give us the result as a floating number. It will have decimal places. Okay, you can see it. Now, this is the normal division. So if I want to go for, I just want the integer. This is called integer division. It will give me, look at the difference. When I did the normal division with the forward slash, one forward slash, it gave me floating number. But this time, it's not giving me integer. Okay, so if I want to get the remainder, if I'm just interested in the remainder, I will use the modulus operator. So your modulus symbol is that symbol above your 5. Look at your keyboard, that symbol above your 5. Okay, just do shift, then you press 5, you get the modulus. If I say s modulus y, I will get 1 because 10 divided by 3, the remainder is what? 1. The remainder is 1. So that is what the modulus will give me. If I want to do exponential, if I say s exponential y, so this is the exponential. If I hit it, it will give me 1000 because it says 10 times 10 times 10. So 10 raised to power 3, that's what I just did with the exponential. So all of these operators or operations are available in Python. Okay. So division, floor division, we have the normal division and we have the floor division. That the normal division will give us, you can also call it float division. It will give us the result in a decimal number, while the floor division, that's the integer division, will give us, there will be no decimal number, it just give us the whole number. Modulus give us the remainder and the exponential will give us so there's something we call order of operations or order of precedence. You know, you remember in mathematics, we have board mass. We have board mass. And in board mass, it says anything in bracket will be evaluated first, then um, off will be evaluated next, division will be evaluated next, multiplication will be evaluated next, addition will be evaluated, then subtraction is the last one. We also have something like that here in Python. We call it PEMDAS. Okay, PEMDAS. So it means that parenthesis instead of bracket, where we call it parenthesis. Parenthesis, anything in parenthesis will go first, then exponential will come first. So it means that when you have, okay, let me show you something. Okay, I will go close this and open a new one. So when you have something like, let's say x is equal to, I have 5 times 6 plus 8 minus 9 divided by 2 exponential 6 plus 6 minus 2 parenthesis 6 times 9. Okay, so which one are we going to go first? Which operation here will go first? We have how many operations here? 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which one will go first? If you don't follow the PEMDAS, okay? If you don't follow the PEMDAS, you will not get the right answer. So according to PEMDAS, anything in parentheses should go first. So that means this one will be evaluated first. All right, then the result will not be the thing that will replace this parenthesis. Then the next thing will be exponential. Then exponential is this one will be evaluated next, then the result will be replaced, it will be replaced with the result. Then multiplication, we have this multiplication will come. All right, after multiplication, division would come. After division, addition would come. We have addition here. We have multiple additions here. But when we have multiple additions, there's something we also call associativity. Okay, so for the associativity of multiplication, addition goes from left. Do you understand? So when you have multiple plus addition, it will go from left. So this is how you do this thing. If not, you will not get the desired result. Okay, so you have to follow multiplication. Parentheses will be evaluated first. All right, then exponential, and that is how it goes. So let's go to the slide and explain more. So it has to follow the order. The first one is the parenthesis. Parenthesis will be evaluated first. Anything in parenthesis will be evaluated first. Anything that has exponential will be evaluated next. Multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, they will be evaluated next. Then addition, subtraction will come last. Okay, so this is an example. Okay, so the result is 23. But how did we get 23? How did we get 23? Okay, first of all, parentheses. In this case, we don't have any parentheses. Okay, so but you can also use parentheses to explicitly tell Python what you want. So if I don't want, I can just tell Python I would want this. I can just put parentheses here and tell Python how I want them to be evaluated. So you can use parentheses to actually restructure how you want it to be evaluated. So use parentheses. Okay, so I can tell Python how I want them. Instead of I can just say, oh, I want subtraction to be evaluated first, then I will put parentheses. So this will change the results. All right, this will change the results. So you use parentheses to work on it. Now, you can also work with negative values. Okay, you can say a minus 5 plus 3. Of course, try it out. Minus 5 plus 3 would give you minus 2. Minus 5 times b will give you minus 15. So the negative numbers also work here. Okay, just like the way it works in mathematics. But remember that floor division would actually round everything to the nearest integer. The floor division will round everything to the nearest integer. Okay. So we can also work with floating arithmetic. Floats represent decimal numbers. Arithmetic works the same as with integers. So when you have x 5.5, so if you say 5.5 plus 2.0, it will give you 7.5. Okay, just play around with these things. All right. Whether it's negative number or it's floating number, they will give you exactly what your mathematics will give you. Okay, so 5.5 minus 2.0 to give you 3.5. 5.5 times 2.0 to give you 11.0. Okay, so floating point arithmetic can sometimes result in precision error. So now the thing is this, I cannot explain this thing at your level right now. When you're working with floating point, like decimal numbers, when you're doing arithmetic with decimal number, be very, very careful because the result can be very, very confusing. Be very, very careful. I cannot explain this thing at your level right now. Okay, maybe if you studied computer science, it might be explained there. So you can combine arithmetic with variables. So you can store arithmetic results in your variables for reuse. So when you have arithmetic like this one, now we have our A is 5, our B is 3. So if you, in case you might want to reuse the result of A plus B, you should store it in a variable. Remember, that's why we use variables for reuse. So you say A plus B, and we are storing it in a variable. So if I go on now and to do something like that, okay, and if I do this, okay, so if I do this, okay, so let's say I have A is equal to 7 and I have B equal to 9. Okay, so in case I would want to use, I can say AB is equal to A plus B. So if there is any way I am going to reuse this A plus B, I can now, let's say the addition, that's the result of this arithmetic operation, I want to reuse, I can go on and say X plus AB. So you can see now that I am reusing now this AB is actually storing the results of this arithmetic operation here. So instead of me to every time I'm not saying A plus B, A plus B, I have done the A plus B and I'm storing the result in AB and I'm not using the AB anywhere I want to use it. All right. So this is you using arithmetic with variables. So you can use any of the arithmetic operation and it works the same. All right, it works the same. So let's do some practical examples. So if you want to find the area of a rectangle, first of all, you will need the length, you will need the width, then area is length times width, right? That's the area. Length times width will give you the area. Am I correct? So let's go and do something like that. So let's assume now that so let's assume that we want to calculate the area of a rectangle. We have the length. Okay, I can just call it L is equal to 4 and the width is equal to 2. So if I want to calculate the area, I will say the area is length times width. Do you understand? So the area here, if I print the area, it will give me 8. So basically, this is how you do Okay, this is very simple to do. I believe so. I believe you're not finding it difficult. This is very easy to do. So if you also want to find the perimeter of a rectangle, the perimeter is length plus width times 2. Okay, so in this case, we already have our length and we already have our width. So we can go on and say perimeter is equal to length plus width times 2. Now this order of operation comes in. If you go on and do this thing like this, you will not get the desired result. But the result we want is we want to first of all evaluate length plus width. That's the first thing. If I have not put this parenthesis, right, this without the parenthesis, okay, if I remove the parenthesis now, if I remove the parenthesis, okay, this is what will be evaluated first because remember, multiplication goes before addition. But that is not what we want. We want addition to come first. So we'll use parentheses to tell Python to do that for us. So when you go on now, length plus width is 4 plus 2 is what? 6. And then 6 times 2 will give us 12. Okay, so now the next example we might have here is calculating the simple interest. Now, if you want to calculate the simple interest, you will have the principal, you will have the rate, and you will have the time, like the duration. So I want you to perform this yourself. It's very simple. Now, simple interest. You know the formula for simple interest. Um, um, Principal times rate times time divided by 100. And you can see now, if I don't put parentheses in this, the way I put it now, multiplication, we might not get the desired result. So make sure that you put all this your principal rate and time, put it in parentheses, then divided by 100. That will give you your simple interest. So make sure that just do it yourself. If you cannot do it, come to the community, come to the WhatsApp group. You can chat me up privately, drop it in the comment section. Okay, but I want you to do this yourself. All right. So exponential is something you already know, raised to power. So we have the base, we have the exponent. So the base will be, the exponential will not be base raised to power exponential. So here it's very simple. The result will be base double star. Remember, the double asterisk is exponential. So base exponential exponent, and you get the result. I also want you to do this yourself, okay? So in summary, Python supports all the arithmetic operations. Parentheses control the order of operations. If you don't use parentheses, Python will evaluate it using the order of operations, using the PEMDAS. Negative numbers and floating numbers also work well. The math mode is what we are going to discuss next. So there are a lot of methods in the maths module. We'll discuss it next. And then you can store arithmetic results in your variable so that you can reuse them. Okay. So thank you very much. And if you like this video, like it, share, and subscribe. Okay. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you would keep getting a notification anytime I drop a new class. See you in the next class.